Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly video reading for the week of June 15th to the 21st. So I am going to shuffle for a little bit until the first card pops out. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups. And I'm going to read this card as you. So the Knight of Cups, this is somebody that, it's a young energy, a young, playful, sincere energy too with this spread. And I do feel this is somebody like offering a commitment, offering a spiritual and emotional connection, okay? What's crossing you here is the Seven of Coins. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the rest of the spread in order to narrow down what we're dealing with. Okay, so we have two knights. We have a lot of people in general. We have a lot of people in this spread. So let's see. We have two knights, one queen, and Two of Swords. So a lot of you will be choosing between, between two work projects, first of all, or between two people in general. And because there are so many people in this spread, we have the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and then we also have the Strength card, which is the card of Leo. So because there are so many people involved, I'm just going to say up front that you are choosing between two people, okay? A lot of you will be choosing between two projects or will be choosing between two people, and you're trying to, maintain that balancing act. And it seems to me as if this energy is going to continue all through this week without a resolution, okay? So one of the things that I would say too is, at the heart of the matter, I'm reading for Pisces. So I do feel that you're feeling very giddy and optimistic at this point, okay? And the only thing that is keeping you this way is because a lot of you might have recently started a new job that where your work environment is very soothing, where you have a work partner who's very trustworthy, and the environment itself is very like civil and cordial, and you enjoy going to work, okay? It's like whistling while you work because the energy itself is so positive, okay? You have a great deal of pride in this situation right now. There's a great deal of pride emanating from you. It could also be, just the partner that you're involved with, the work partnership or the romantic partnership. There's a great deal of strength, support, and pride in how you feel about yourself, okay? So you have a very nice, confident energy rolling in for you guys this week. So things are starting to come your way. At the same time, there's a new idea coming in that is helping you streamline your mental processes, okay? So it's sort of like, as a water sign, you do feel things on a very intuitive level, and you feel that everybody else is on the same page as you. However, a little bit more like objectivity and a sense of discernment and a sense of like ease in communication is coming into the picture for you, okay? So for those of you who might have started out with, seeing somebody else, I do feel that there is an ease of communication in which the other person supports you. So you feel very encouraged, you feel very enthusiastic about sharing your whole life with the other person, or at least sharing the life story, sharing all the things like secrets and, things that you've repressed in the past, mainly because in the past, you were dealing with somebody who was very critical, okay? So like I said, I'm not going to read elements and signs into this because ultimately this card in the reverse position, you were dealing with somebody who was very critical of you. So you felt very like, in the communication style, you felt very inadequate. You felt like, while the words are being said, the message wasn't getting across to somebody, okay? And vice versa, the message wasn't coming from them to you. So there's this sense of frustration in which communications have been blocked. You're not able to express yourself the way that you want. This is definitely clearing up for this week, in which total ease of communication is coming into the picture, okay? And at the same time, what's coming in for you is that, you have the Wand's energy, which is passion, vitality, and fire, okay? So you're in a really good spot right now. You have an emotionally supportive work environment. You have an emotionally supportive partner. So the thing that is coming through as well as for the advice is the Fool, okay? And the Fool is in the reverse position. So this indicates to me that, first of all, if it's reversed, don't go back to old ways of doing, because this is a new lease on life that you're getting. So trust it, have faith that whatever it is, that's going to work out, okay? Because the ease of communication will only truly happen when you meet the one that's right for you, okay? When you have that friendship in which you feel like, you've met each other 5 minutes ago, but you feel like you've known each other for a lifetime. That's type of open communication in which you can be totally candid, in which you can like express yourself and talk to the other person for hours, and they understand where you're coming from, okay? So that sense of like very deep-rooted emotional, spiritual, mental connection, that's real, and have faith in it and trust it, okay? So as for your external environment, I do have the Two of Coins, and I'm not reading this as a finance situation. Once again, you are juggling two people, okay? So you might be juggling two work partners. You might be contemplating who to take on board, okay? So one person you have a very strong intellectual rapport with. The other person ignites your passion. So you don't really know what you want to do, but you like the attention, which is fine. Everyone likes that, attention. So you don't really know how you want to proceed, and you're just like, let me wait it out a little bit and see, what comes up for you, okay? And what's coming into the picture is that for your hopes and fears, I feel that a lot of you might be dealing with an air sign. Okay, so this, I can say, at least pinpoint that it's an air sign. If it's a person from the past that have, undermined you, or that has like complained about the communication style, you're hoping for the best with that person. I don't feel it's going to play out in your favor, okay? So just be careful. Go with new energies. Don't go back to the old. Once again, with the Fool in the reverse, do not go back to the old. You have to like move forward with your life, because it's basically telling me the clock is ticking, all right? And old situations cannot be gone back to, mainly because emotional or communication blockages are kind of like hints. I don't feel this is a result of Mercury in retrograde, okay? This is a long, deep-rooted issue, so this is something that is going to happen into the future, regardless of whether or not it's Mercury in retrograde. So be realistic about this and go with the new. And in general, I do feel that there is a sense of empowerment coming in for you, for male or female in general, because the Empress is the female alter ego of the Emperor. Both of these cards indicate to me that somebody is kind of like coming into their own. They know what they're about. They're kind of like exercising their free will and their power, okay? This is raw power. And this is like realizing for the first time how powerful you can be, how effective you are, and how, because this is more of a feminine energy for male and female Pisces, both, I do feel that this is a sense of like attractiveness, okay? Also, in the Rider-Waite deck, it is a card of fertility. So for those of you who are not thinking about having children and things like that, just be careful. Take, proper precautions so that you don't have an unwanted pregnancy, okay? So that's a huge warning for you. For those of you who are thinking about this situation, I would say, or are trying to get pregnant, well then congratulations. Just protect yourself accordingly whether or not you want children, okay? So this is a very, very potent energy. It's almost like a cross between, the magician is like magic happening, okay? In this situation, she's kind of floating on this leaf. She's above the air and she's just, putting her foot down. And it's just like, this is my territory. You will not, come in unsolicited. You must bow down to me when you speak to me. So it's like claiming your power. This is raw power at work. And I know that was like over the top, but I feel that based on the readings I've done for you, Pisces, in the past, I do sense that reclaiming your space, reclaiming your power is a huge problem. And I feel like finally for this week, you're able to do it, okay? So this is a really good, nice energy that I want for you. This is like emancipation. This is, empowerment at its most potent. So whatever you decide to do, it is going to have a very fruitful outcome for this week, okay? And for this month, I'm hoping, because this is a very strong, very stable energy, okay? So for the Two of Swords here as the outcome as well, I am sensing that you really try to be, first of all, be decisive in what you want to do, because this balancing act, I feel that you're more than capable of doing it, but a little bit of indecisiveness is going to be, as a water sign, I do feel that, you have the best intentions for everybody, but sometimes like leading people on and not being decisive enough can be problematic for you, okay? So for male and females, both. And a lot of you like get into situations where you like have a very strong emotional connection with, like an ex, and even after the relationship is severed, you're still like on speaking terms, which is fine, but you still see one another, like, and that can make it very difficult for you to move on with your life. It makes it difficult for them to move on as well. So don't get into like weird, messy relationships with exes. Okay, so be very decisive about what you are going to do. Make up your mind and let the other person go so that they can find their own Mr. or Mrs. Right, okay? Be decisive. If you are juggling two work partners, pick one and move forward, preferably the new one. Don't go back to the old one. If you are juggling two people on the romantic front, go with the new. You cannot go back to the old. It's not going to serve you well. You have this new sense of empowerment, mainly because you know what you're about and you know that you are innately very desirable, okay? So this person cycling back through, it's they're doing it mainly because they missed out on it, okay? So they're like regretting it, and now other people want you, now they want to come back. So it's just a messy situation. Don't go back to the old. Please don't. And so I want you to just be very cutthroat about this and be very, just be decisive about the situation. Don't let it drag on for too long, because I do feel that we might be experiencing a cosmic energy that is boosting your self-esteem. So do this when you're at your best, and then everything will start falling into place for you, okay? In general, I'm really, pleased with this happy reading, and I know you all have been through a lot in the past. So I wish, this will continue for the rest of the year for you. I wish that were the case. So be decisive and just make up your mind very early on, okay? Move on with the new things. Don't go back to the old things. No matter how much of a nag the old energies are, or how much they try to draw you back in, I don't feel it's going to serve a greater purpose for you, okay? So have a wonderful weekend, Pisces. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.